Hi everyone! You join me today on the final stage of the Wilts Way. I'm currently in the village of Crockerton and I'm going to head over to the Longleat estate via Shearwater and then from the edge of Longleat through I think it's to one of the Deverell villages, I can't remember the name of which one, and then over the tops, the downs, all the way through to Mere. So it's been a very foggy morning, but the sun is just starting to break through, so hopefully we'll get some nice views. Anyway, see you in a bit. Now the purists amongst you are probably wondering why I've started in the village of Crockerton, because I last finished the stage at Picket Post. Well, even the official guidebook states that they've had to route the official path in less than ideal places because they couldn't get permission to route it where they'd like. This is all area owned by Longleat Estate, and there's a heck of a lot of permissive footpaths on around the estate, but they're not public footpaths, i.e. the public hasn't got a guaranteed right of way, although generally speaking it's never prevented. So you can't actually put trails on any of these permissive paths. So that's one reason. The second reason was pure logistics. I had to catch a bus from Mere up to Crockerton, and to get to Picket Post where I last left off is actually a nightmare journey and would take an awful long time, so a lot easier to start where I have done. And that means that I can now take a much pleasanter walk through past Shearwater, a lovely lake, and then up through, we're going to carry on to Heaven's Gate, which looks down onto Longleat House itself, which is much better than walking along a road through the middle of a forest where you can't see anything. So this is Heaven's Gate, which is a load of stone sculptures put up, just an artistic piece. Quite a lovely spot, but then as I turn the camera around you'll understand why it's a lovely spot. Because down there you get fantastic views out across the valleys towards Frome, but obviously of Longleat House in particular. Yeah, so a lovely vista from here. So I'm going to stop here and have a cup of coffee on some of the handy benches they've provided. coming now into the village of Horningsham. We're not going to see the whole village, we're sort of skirting around the edge of it, but very pretty village, worth a detour if you get the chance. And it's pretty much wholly owned by the Longleat estate. So Lord Bath is the landlord, for want of a better word. So we've now reached the bit where we leave the road and begin the slow ascent of Brimsdown Hill. I think it's about 90-100 metre climb, something like that. So that'll get the heart rate going anyway. Houston, we have a problem. This is the top of Brimsdown Hill. I had a chance to get my breath back actually, because I bumped into a couple of other walkers and stood chatting to them for 2 or 3 minutes. But yeah, from here you get quite a nice view down this valley. I'll spin the camera around in a second. Down towards sort of Longbridge Devil, I think. Bear with me a second. Down there, quite a nice view. Yeah, starting to get a little bit peckish now, so I'm going to find a suitable spot somewhere to stop and have a bit of lunch. Right, wind's starting to pick up now because we are due to get a bit of a storm later on today, so yeah, the wind's starting to pick up and I'm right on the tops. But anyway, you can sort of see where we got to go for the rest of this walk. So we're carrying on down, probably to where the sheep are in the distance, if we can pick them out on this camera, and then we're going to drop down into the village of Kingston Deverill, and then we're going to skirt round the bottom of that hill and then climb up it towards the end of it, and then head in the general direction of where my pole is pointing, and over the tops of that hill, and then drop down into Mere. This is the very upstream part of the River Wylie, crystal clear, in Kingston Devil. So we're just leaving the village of Kingston Devil behind and about to begin the ascent of the first hill, which I think is Court Hill, and then that takes us around the Gliding Club runway and ultimately on towards White Sheet Hill, which is above Mere. So we're nearly on top of Court Hill now, looking back the way we've just come from to Kingston Devil, and then back up on to the down up there, roughly dead ahead was where I stopped and had my lunch. And as we scan down into this valley, you can see Little Knoll ahead. Oh, the sun's gone in, but that reminds me of a film. Now, what was it? There's the runway for the Glider Club, and their premises down the bottom there. Yeah, I don't know how often they fly from here. It'd be far too windy to do it today, I would have thought. Anyway, clouds are starting to roll in now, but we're heading off in this direction over here, along the tops for about another mile, and then we'll be dropping down the edge of White Sheet Hill. Mere has just come into view down there. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, so we just got to carry on down this hill. You can't quite see the bit that we got to drop down, but anyway, I took the opportunity because Mere Footpath Club have very kindly fixed this nice stone bench up for people to sit on. So I thought it'd be rude to not sit on it, so yeah, so I'm going to sit and drink the last little bit of coffee I've got before we do the descent into Mere. finish line. Well, I'm glad to have finished that trail. A little bit sad that I didn't manage to do it all in a one through hike, but hey ho, these things happen. But I'm glad I actually finished the trail. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyable. Yeah, there's one or two boring bits, but there always is on any trail. But yeah, on the whole, thoroughly worth doing. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye.